Ja Morant, you already know, he's already showing his leadership is at an all-time high. I know a lot of people try to kind of make fun of his name, just like it was just a complete mess. Ja Morant is one of the best players in the world, and he's gonna show everyone in coming time. I'm telling you, the Memphis Grizzlies will be back. Let's not act like when he was rolling, they wasn't the second seed in the Western Conference. Ja Morant is one of those guys. He's almost like your favorite player's favorite player. Seriously, all jokes aside, we've heard so many superstars speak very highly of him, and he does a lot of things off the floor that he doesn't get enough credit for. And it's unfortunate that some, instances has basically people have tried to sum him up in totality of that, and that's unfortunate. Ja Morant is one of the best in the game. Like I said, last time we see Ja, he was putting on a masterpiece, and he only played 9 games, and he was going to hear me very clear, ladies and gentlemen. He was going to single-handedly drag the Memphis Grizzlies to the playoffs. If they would have got to the play-in, you might as well book the playoffs. In those 9 games, y'all, he averaged 25 points per game. He shot 47% from the field. We all know John's pretty streaky from three. He shot 27%, but don't leave him wide open though. Especially when he's rolling. He averaged 5 rebounds and 8 assists. His playmaking ability has stepped up over the past 2 years. I mean, they put a lot of leadership around Ja Morant. The team now with him playing with Zach Edey. This kid Zach Edey, man, he's got a leader in Ja. Zach was drafted ninth overall. A lot of people feel like he slipped. A lot of people wanted him. A lot of people thought the Charlotte Hornets should have took him. A lot of people thought the Spurs. Who knows? What could have happened? Maybe they could have got Edey and traded him. Maybe who knows the value Zach could have had. But a lot of teams moved in a lot of different directions. Nobody traded up for him, and you see where he landed. The Memphis Grizzlies is a very deceptive basketball team because they had no right part of me to be in this position to get a player like this. He's going to up the level, of the Memphis Grizzlies. This team has had, a lot of, I wouldn't say issues, but the center position has kind of been wild and up in the air. When you talk about you have Valanciunas, and then like I said, it's just a mess. Also you had Stevens, pardon me. So it's just a messed up situation. My man from OKC, pardon me, I forgot his name. It'll come back to me. You know, um, but the Memphis Grizzlies with Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bain, also G.G. Jackson, Marcus Smart. They got something here, y'all. And the young players that they have, I'm telling you, they building something. Memphis, they're going to have to because this team is not really known, to bring in just these high level superstars, to come in there. You don't see that, coming from um, the Memphis Grizzlies for whatever reason, but it is what it is. Steven Adams, pardon me, Steven Adams, he on his way out the door anyway, so he's had a nice career. So forgive me for forgetting his name, but nonetheless, Zach Edey is going to be that premier guy of the future. They got that guy. You see, them working together, and you hear Ja Morant instilling confidence in Zach, saying Zach Edey is cold, man. He cold. That's what you want to hear, from your superstar. And Ja Morant is about to take the helm once again, and he's going to put immense pressure on every single body, especially out west, man. But Zach Edey, I repeat, is already getting work in Memphis. The former Purdue superstar, I repeat, and first round pick of the 2024 NBA draft has already started practicing with superstar Ja. And this man is 7'4". This is definitely the kind of big man that you want. He has the potential to do a lot of different things. He's not going to be some statue out there. And the chemistry has to build right away because Zach could be starting, if not right away, if not right as soon as now. It'll be happening shortly. So I like how John's basically getting him acclimated to the system. Ja Morant is the system. He gonna have the ball in his hand anyway, so you might as well get with him. And Edey, he went off, out there in summer league. Let's pay homage there. Edey was dominant. We all know what he do in the post. It was crazy. This guy, he was the Naismith National Player of the Year, in back-to-back seasons, 2023, 2024. So I mean, the pick and roll, you already know how it's going to be out there in Memphis. And then, like I said, when you talk about the roster, this guy and I was very fascinated with the Grizzlies this year because Ja was coming back. Just make it was so much noise with Ja. I was able to appreciate the game of a Desmond Bain. This guy Desmond Bain could shoot. He got potential to be a sharpshooter. Marcus Smart was hurt. I think he's gonna be coming back healthy. This team can definitely do something. They're going to be a force, and teams are gonna have a serious problem, defending them because you have, Ja Morant at the helm. I mean, and then Jaren Jackson is turning into that man. We know what he does defensively, and offensively, he's like that guy. And it's crazy. He's just continuing to elevate his game. And you put Zach next to him for the future, man, they just getting started. I'm just keeping it real with you, man. Ja's gonna come. I want to repeat to y'all, Ja's coming back with a vengeance. Because of all of the stuff that went down. He got hurt too. He came back off a game winner. Let's not. Did you forget what he did to New Orleans? I mean, so let's keep it 100 now. Ja Morant was putting pressure on the NBA prior to all this craziness that went on. We have to call it how we see it, y'all. And Flight Sports TV, you already know I'm gonna call it how I see it, man. And so I'm just, like I said, I'm just excited and fascinated. Ja's got a new shoe we're gonna drop, and I got some more stuff coming with Ja because Ja missed out on a lot of things due to all this political stuff that went on. I'm not gonna say he's blackballed, but he basically got froze out. So let's see what happens in the coming years. Will he be a part of some of these teams that we all know that we witnessed not too long ago? I'm gonna be getting into that shortly. So that's why it's very paramount for you to subscribe to Flight Sports because we're gonna be bringing nonstop content, news, updates, and more to you. We got an NBA season coming at you. We got a busy seasons all over the sports realm, man. In Flight Sports, we're gonna be touching on a lot of different things. Pause. Peace and love to everybody, man. Zach Edey and Ja Morant is getting active. You better look out for the Grizzlies.